by Design. I'm glad you could join me here today. I apologize for my voice. I'm getting over a really nasty head cold, but I did want to come in and share a little project tour and tips for this sweet Graphic 45 12 Days of Christmas folio. This is another project that I made. It's the end of the year. I'm trying to clean up scraps. And I had a bunch of these sweet papers left over from being on the design team and the special projects team. And I decided I could make a folio. Also, my blog follower, Gina, said, hey, do you think you could do a double Z fold with 12 Days of Christmas? So this is Gina. This is not quite a double Z fold, but it is a folded folio and pretty easy to put together. So this measures 6.5 by 6.5. I used 12 by 18 100-pound natural cardstock from envelopes.com for the base, but you could also use 8.5 by 11 if you're willing to join the papers together. You have to do a little bit of that even with the 12 by 18 papers. So on the cover, I've put this beautiful spray of Prima Christmas in the Country flowers with red, gold, and green Christmas plaid ribbon from Really Reasonable Ribbon. Here is a vintage key from Graphic 45 Staples, and then these are Melissa Francis resin pieces that I painted and shabbied up with various distress paints and the like. So this is a belly band, and this is the chipboard piece from the collection, of course, and this is magnetized, and it flips up and just comes off, and then here's our cover. So to make this, these are a little tricky, so try it with scrap paper first, but I cut a 3-inch wide by 22-inch piece of this green cardstock. And then I cut pieces of the plaid pattern, and you can see where I've pieced it here on the back, and stitched this on the front with my sewing machine. But before you do this, you place your magnets under the paper. And I got this one wrong, so I had to cover it up with this little tags. I had the old banners and tags from the original release. And then I just lined the inside with the blue pattern. And then this just slips under the flowers and it holds everything in place. So because of the belly band, you have to keep everything fairly flat on the front. I fussy cut a few flowers from the collection and then layered my flowers over on this side, being careful not to glue them onto that belly band. This is an ancient pink paisley soft mold that I altered with paints. And you can see this has lots of folds. So the first fold is the 6.5 by 6.5. And then I just created a little pocket over here, tucked in some of the cut aparts from the collection along with some photo mounts. And this was a short piece, so I made this work by creating a shallow pocket with the border strip from the collection. Then the next fold, the first fold is at 6.5, and then you're going to fold, you're going to measure over another 4.5 inches and score again. And then this creates a 6.5 by 4.5, so you have room to put your 4 by 6 here and slip more photo mounts into this pocket. And to make this pocket, I just added pieces to the back. Took 1-inch pieces, scored them down the middle, and then put them on the sides, bottom, and top. And that made a very nice pocket for those photo mounts. Same thing over here. Again, using the cut apart from the collection to make a pocket. So 6.5, 4.5, 4.5, and then another 6.5. And then this becomes the center pocket. And this is just a simple, I'll show you very quickly how I do that. This is just going to be rough, but you'll get the idea. So I take a 1-inch piece, I score it down the middle and fold, and it makes like this little hinge or gusset. And then I glue that so that it's flush with the edge of the paper. And what this does is it gives you a little extra room to tuck in. So do that on the sides and the bottom, and that's how I made this pocket. And then I layered this up with some of the banners, a little scrap, and then this is a pull-out page. And this one measures 5.5 by, I'm going to say it's 11. Yep, 5.5 by 11. and I just scored this one at 5. So this is a little pocket, again, just gluing the bottom and sides of this border strip, and then I just matted some little scraps on ivory cardstock to tuck into that pocket. So you could put a photo here, you could put journaling here, a photo here, and then this sits, and then you've got room inside for nice sized photos also on the back. And then this tucks into this little pocket. And I did the same thing with this hidden page where I just folded paper, and of course now when you're on camera these things never want to work. So this actually slides down into the pocket like so. So there's that. And then behind that, prematurely lifted that out, I just tucked into the pocket more little cut aparts, photo mats, and little folios. And again, these are just made using up the scraps. I just wanted to clean up some of the scraps from this beautiful collection and make something pretty with it. So that goes in there. Then I came over another 4.5 inches from there, did another one of these little border pockets, folded this 4x6 in half and tucked it inside. And of course you can mount photos on these, you can do journaling, and there's room in the pockets to put photos as well. So those live in there. And here's just a photo mount. And then this flips over like this. And here's another one of these little pockets made with the 4x6 with photo mounts. Two little, I think these are 3x3 photo mounts on this little flap page. And this flips open. So you've got room for a larger photo here, and you could tuck a 4x6 back in here and do journaling there. And again, these are magnetized. And if you're not familiar with working with magnets, if you go to my Paper Crafting 101 adhesives, I have a whole thing on working with magnets there. So here's another little pocket page. This is actually the back cover. So it's 6.5 by 6.5. I made a small pocket and then just tucked some more of the cut aparts in there and decorated it with a banner strip. And then that brings us over to here. So a pocket, fussy cut our dancing lady and tucked her in there because I thought that was fun. And then this final little 4.5 panel is just a partial pocket. Fold a card, put it in there. I fussy cut this from the paper, matted some of the stickers on cardstock, and they just live in there. And those are great spots to journal. The way this folds up, here's your front cover. This is a mountain fold. This is a valley fold. This folds in, this folds over, and then there's your back cover, your front cover. So it's really a pretty simple design, but it's fun, and you can open it out for display on your mantle or a table with Christmas photos in there. So it's just a really fun design, and I thought I would share it with you. This is part of my new Throwback Thursday series that I'm going to start doing on the blog, where I use an older collection with a new design to help you use up your crafty stash. So I hope I've shared some tips, tricks, and ideas that you can use in your own crafty adventures. If so, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps other scrapbookers find it, which is helpful for me. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you along for the journey. I'll be back soon with another Throwback Thursday. You can subscribe to my blog at kathybydesign.com. And now I'm going to get my craft on. Bye.